Your goals and your dreams right now, your dream car, your dream house, all these things, where did they come from? Everything that you want out of life, where did they come from? What was the true thing that, what made me say, you know what, all right, I'm about to do this? Was it something you seen on social media? Or was it something you didn't see on social media? At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, life is all about perception. If you take a home, you take an apartment building, or you take a 5-bedroom house, what does the home do? At its core value, what does the home do? Right? It provides shelter, gives you heat in the cold, some nice little chill in the summer, and it provides as a space of a home for family, for healing and all these things, right? A home is somebody's home base, that their shelter where they can recoup. This is somewhere they feel comfortable and safe. Now, the aspect of $1 million home and a $50,000 home are different when it comes to features and all these things as well, but both of them still remain the same value of what they offer. But as a perception, how we view something, oh man, they got $1 million home. That junk, man, I can't wait to give me $1 million home. For what? Just to have $1 million home? I'm not saying as well, like, you shouldn't strive to do things that you want, because you can do whatever you want to do. But I'm just saying, at its core value, you shouldn't be feeling no type of way if you are in an apartment and somebody else is staying in a home, right? You still have shelter. There still is something that provides you a sense of comfortability, And when I say social media has really changed that, because just for me in the beginning of just getting on there, the aspirations of driving nice cars and having a lot of women and living in nicest places, extravagant traveling, all these things were something I constantly seen, and it pulled me in that direction. Like I wanted to live that life. But true, you step back and look back, like, what were you doing before social media? And then I know a lot of y'all may know, and I know a lot of y'all may not know, especially if you're younger watching this video. But when I was in elementary, middle school, man, I had a little flip phone. You know what I'm saying? I was still I was on MySpace and I was on Facebook. Not to get off topic, but y'all know how I used like elementary school, middle school, and Facebook had that age limit, so you had to put it like you was born in 19 something. So that's what my social media experience was like when I was a kid, and it was just something fun and cool to be on. And we had Kik and stuff like that. But now, bro, a 5-year-old can get exposed to the whole world, man. To the whole world. There's no sense of being a kid, and that's a whole other topic. But just to understand, like, how is that child's perception is being formed? How is it being formed? And that's just a child, and you, like, adults even being formed. Like, I see older, like, I'm not too old, but 40, 50-year-old people, 60-year-old people just on their phone, like on TikTok, and just swiping. It's just like, bro, it got them. Like, the algorithm, like, bro, these people are attached. You may be attached. Like, can't put your phone down. And it is doing something to us, even if we don't know it or not, because the thing about compound interest, that one small thing is adding on and on and on and on. And it changed the way that you think. And this refers to, I love this, my pastor was talking about this this past Sunday. And if a kid, the average view, watch time or screen time for Instagram, he was saying it was like 4 hours a day. And man, what you can say, that's 7 days out the week. So that's 280 hours on Instagram. And then just refer to how long you may spend in church. You have an hour on Sundays. If you do the young adults, that's another hour. So you have two hours, 2 hours a week compared to 280 hours. So you are receiving what the world wants you to know compared to what the King and the Creator, right, God wants you to know and to indulge in. So it Man, it's crazy. It is so crazy. But I came to a point where I don't have to be on my phone as much. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to be on my phone as much, which is cool for me. And I don't. It was just the small things. Like I just constantly seeing how bad it was. So I ended up taking a long grip. I was like 3 weeks. I took a 3-week break, and then I took 3 week breaks, and then I ended up just. Once then, I seen how it just didn't do nothing for me. So I just ended up getting off of it, which is the best decision ever. I'm still on it just because business-wise, and I want to encourage people. And that's the only way that I can encourage people at a scale is the internet, you know. So it's definitely valuable for certain things, but bro, when you don't have a hold on yourself, like when you were able just to indulge, like the other day, man, I went down a little YouTube rabbit hole. I was on there for like 4 hours, it was all educational videos, you know, but at the same time, like, bro, you got stuff to do, you know? And, yeah, man, I'm my bad. I just be talking, man. I be acting like y'all be right in front of me, for real. But, yeah, I want us to try to take that break. Just try to take that break. Because if you take it all the way down, why are you using social media? Why are you using it? For real. I know a lot of y'all may be bored. You say you may be bored. You want to be up to date. Your friends on there, all these things. But at the same time, man, it's just a hub of this relationships you still trying to hold on since you had in middle school, high school. Like, y'all don't even talk in person no more. Like, come on. Let's be real, you know? And it's really no point about it. It's really no point unless you are going there for educational purposes, for real, and you're able to hand it like, okay, I go on this to watch this person get motivated for the day, and then I'm off of it. But just starting out, bro, you got to build that muscle. Like, you got to build that muscle. So I'll suggest you guys trying to do a week break, 2-week break, month break, whatever it may be, just so you can start to see, man, you really don't need it. You know, you really don't need it unless it's for business and educational purposes. But yeah, man, I really want us to really just take the time and just look at what we really believe, man, and what we really truly want out of life. You know, like for real, like besides what the rappers say, what the actors say, what the models, what this society says, how much money you should be making, what the society says, what type of car you need to be driving, what your parents say, what you need to be doing, what these people say, what you be doing. No, what do you want to do? Because it's all about perception. It's all about perception. What do you feel great at doing? What do you feel at peace doing? And just do that. Don't feel like you have to move a certain way. Don't feel like you got to make a certain amount of money. Don't feel like you got to go to this school, that school. No, right? We only get one of these lives, man. And what social media is doing is putting us in a place of, well, you have to live it like this. Like there's no other way. You have to go be a millionaire. Like you have to do these things. No, you don't. Who said so? If it ain't God, I'm not, like, if it's not one of God's principles and what God is leading me to do, bro, I'm not worried about what nobody else got to say about me or what I should be doing at a certain age, or you should be, no, man. We have to live, man, live freely and change our perception or find your true perception of life. If you want that nice house, go get the nice house. You know what I mean? Like, but make sure that's something you truly, truly want, because if you do not, man, you gonna be miserable. I know y'all hear all these stories all the time about how these millionaires or billionaires either suicide or they're just miserable and they're lonely, all these things, man, because they put themselves in a place where they were not made for. Like that's not something that truly brought them peace. And they neglected everything. They neglected everything just to get to that point where they thought they had to be, and then they end up losing everything. Some people is made for listen, everybody. That's why there's so many different flavors in the store. Everybody don't got the same life, right? Everybody don't have the same gifts. Everybody don't have the same aspirations. You have a variety. It's okay to be different. It is okay. It's no problem. You know what I mean? Like, be yourself. Be yourself. Be different. Strive to be different. Strive to be creative. Strive to be one of one. You know what I mean? Because God has placed some skills on you inside of you that's different from everybody else in this world, you know? I just think that's real big though, man. And I'm not telling y'all just say forget about social media or whatever, but I really want you to build a strong, firm foundation in understanding what is truth and what is false. You have to build that. You have to build that first before you go and indulge into thousands of hours of watch time on YouTube or on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and all Snap, all these things, bro, because you being bombarded with nothing but information from different people who may not even be right. And the good thing that Pastor said as well, when you get that firm found, like once you hear, like you read God's word, you know so much. And he related to this too, and this is the last topic I'm gonna say. When in a government, when they are looking and seeing the people who handle the money, right? They give them a real $100 bill. They give them a real $100 bill to test and see what's so real about it and what makes this the real one, right? He said they do that because once you're able to understand the real so good, know how it smells, know how it looks, knowing the font of the text on the bill. When you know the truth, you will be able to spot a fake anytime. Anytime. Because you are so invested, you done spent the time to learn the truth and put yourself inside the truth, that you can't, there's nothing that's fake, the evil, whatever it may be, it can't come and mess you up or knock you off your pivot because you invested so much time in figuring out and learning out what the real is. And this is what I'm saying. Like, we have to indulge into the Bible, man. Because this is the real thing. This is not no made up story. This is real. And once we learn God's principles and walk in that, bro, like I don't care what a man on social media is saying about, man, your religion is wrong. No, you don't, bro. You are like you build up some type of self-confidence and understanding, yeah, like my God is the right way, you know? And I feel like that's what we need to do and it's so crazy just about kids, man. Like they don't have that yet. So they building their perceptions of life and what a man or woman told them online, which is crazy. And it's not even just kids, it's grown people who don't have that as well, you know? Yeah, man, I just wanted to talk to y'all about that and hope y'all stayed and watched. Man, I just be going, bro. I'd be going, I make sure I be praying before these things because I know somebody on the other side of the camera, like you watching right now, you may need this message. And just look at what you want out of life and just do that. Do it. It can be something simple, man. It can be something very simple. Just do that. And if that brings you happiness and that brings you pure peace and joy, do it. You're not forced to have a nice car. Like it's going to mess up anyway. Like you're not forced to have a nice house. You're not forced to have $1 million in a bank account. Bro, it's your perception, bro. It's your perception. And you should be able to live the life out that you want to live. So just do that. Just do it. But yeah, man, I love y'all, man. I hope y'all have a great day today. And man, continue to find yourselves. And as you find yourself, as you find God more and indulge more in His Word, then you will be able to find yourself more as well. You know? So yeah, man. I'll see y'all for the next video. Go.